Hello, friends. My name is Ismail Shahtakhtinski. I'm the principal immigration attorney at ISLAW firm. Clients often ask me during the consultations, what are the chances of getting my case approved? The idea of chances is applicable in some types of cases, not all of the types of cases. What I mean by that is that in some cases, your chances, basically luck, play a big role. In some other cases, there is an aspect, there is a factor of chance or luck, but most of it depends on how you prepare for it. And in the third types of category of immigration cases is just pure procedural question. As long as you do everything correctly, you fill out the right information, provide the correct documents, you are going to get approved. And the point is to make sure that you do it right so you don't get denial or that the process doesn't get stuck for a long time. So the first category where we're talking about purely about chances, luck, is, for example, is a green card lottery, the diversity visa lottery, where you apply for the lottery and you get selected or not. There's nothing you can do to make sure you get selected or not. It doesn't depend on the strength of your case or the qualifications. It's just pure chance. The second one is, for example, H-1B, work visa. Because there was a limitation cap on the number of H-1B visas issued per year, then the number of applicants being 3 times approximately more than that typically during every year. The chances of getting selected through H-1B lottery is about 1 in 3rd, and that's pure lottery. So the USCIS lets the employers register and file for each employee before they actually apply for H-1B. And if they're selected, and again, as I said, there is roughly 1 in 3rd chance of getting selected, then they can apply for the H-1B for that beneficiary employee. So in those cases, there's question of pure chance, pure luck. The second type of cases where there is some aspect of luck, some aspect of chances, but not entirely, is, for example, where you apply for immigration benefits, where you have to prove and demonstrate something to the officer, and the officer has, or the judge has, wide discretion or wide, latitude of opinion as to whether you qualify or not. So those types of cases are, for example, asylum. Once you apply for asylum, you have an officer who is going to be reviewing your case. You have to convince the officer that you deserve asylum, or the judge if your case is in immigration court. The other type of case that has some aspect of luck, but not entirely, is, for example, the case of extraordinary ability or national interest waiver. Those are the categories where a talented person can self-petition himself or herself because their work in the United States is in the U.S. national interest, or because they have extraordinary abilities in arts, business, science, and so on and so forth, which again would be naturally in the interest of the United States. So those things you have to demonstrate. The officer has a lot of discretion. But in those types of cases, the question is not about what are my chances. The question is, how strong is my case? The right question to ask is, from your attorney, from an immigration attorney who's advising you, whether you have a strong case, or is it strong enough, or should you do something else to make it stronger? So in those cases, it depends a lot on you, on your qualifications, on what you do, and you can make those cases stronger by adding more, information and qualifications and so on, doing it. And the third category is the more procedural types of cases, for example, a marriage-based case or change of status, or applying for immigration benefits, like, for student status, student visa, and so on. Those cases, as long as you do everything procedurally correctly, then your case is going to be approved. Or, for example, employment-based EB3 category, where as long as the attorney and your employer do everything right, as long as the job description is correct, as long as all of the procedural check marks are met, then all the requirements are met, then you're going to get it approved. It's just a question of time, a question of making sure that you provide all of the information needed. So this is basically the answer to the question of chances. In some cases, you can put a mathematical formula and say you have 1/3 chances, like in H1B cases, or in some cases you can say, you have a strong case, and I think there will be a question of the opinion of whether this case will be approved. And the third type of cases is the matter of doing everything right and timeline correctly, then you will get approved. And the question of chances doesn't really play, so luck doesn't play that much role in those types of cases. Thank you for listening. Please subscribe to our channel and hit like.